to spend your weekend night with me.
Oh, no, thank you for having me. It's an honor.
I'm super excited to have you here. You've been such a positive energy in the group, and I just love your enthusiasm and you just seem really powerful. But before I get into all that, why don't you just give us a little insight who you are, where you're from, what you do, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, sure, sure. My name is Raizell Benn, and I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, in the United States. Born and raised here. I'm 30 years old, and you know, I am in the process of actually becoming a cop, so that's cool. And I just wanted, you know, I wanted a place where I could just know how to use my body better overall, something that would benefit my mind, body, and spirit. I'm currently doing security right now, so I think a segue into being a cop almost. But yeah, man, I love life. I love being in the group, man. I appreciate you, Sean, for what you're doing. It impacts a lot of people. In way it's impacted me in ways that you don't know. So I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, I'm just me. I'm always just learning, and yeah, that's it, man.
Cool. Well, yeah, it's so cool that you're coming to be a cop. I know that takes some. It's a different mindset. It's a different mentality, especially in Baltimore. I would imagine it's just got to be
Yeah.
tough, right? And I noticed when you
Mhm.
first started the training and everything, you definitely had some skill behind you. But where would your martial arts journey
Mm.
start?
Um, Definitely. Shout out to my brother Joey at Top Flight Mixed Martial Arts in Harford County, Maryland. Uh, I started going to him probably about 4 years ago. I'll say 3 or 4 years ago, and I had done some, boxing before, mixed martial arts before, but nothing as consistent as when I started going to Top Flight Mixed Martial Arts. So uh, I would say that's where it began, and I'm still a beginner as far as I'm concerned. But no, he really just showed me the basics. He really showed me the basics, and he laid it out plain for me. How just he made it very tangible, like how I can take the basics with me. So now I
Hmm.
don't go to his gym as consistently as I would like, just because of my schedule, his schedule, whatever. But uh, I still can go to the gym and implement those basics that he taught me. So by the time I got to Fighter's Body, uh, it was actually really, really cool because a lot of your techniques, I actually noticed a similarity. That's how I knew, like, you know what I'm saying, the
Hmm.
established consistency of the craft. Like, I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from you. So I was actually blessed to encounter both of you guys at the same time, almost. But yeah, I'd say like probably like 4 years ago, a solid 4 years ago. That's where it began, honestly.
Cool. Yeah, you could definitely tell you have like a good foundation, and so yeah, you put in the work, and the foundations
Mhm.
and the fundamentals are so key. What made you sign up for the
Yeah.
fighter's body? Like, what was it that really stood out? Was it the workouts? Was it something else about it? Just give me a little insight on that.
Yeah, well, at first, I mean, I saw your I saw your Instagram ad. I think that's how I was initially, locked in. But man, I just appreciated how upfront you were, how real you were. Like, look, I wasn't where I needed to be at first. And I think a lot of people, when they start journeys like this, especially me, uh, when they start a workout journey or any type of fitness journey or success journey, period, I think it's very, very important that you are honest with where you are or honest with where you used to be, no matter
Mhm.
how ugly it was. You know what I'm saying? So that it can benefit you along a journey to get you to a higher level of success. And I feel like that's what you did with, your intro, with the videos you made. Like, look, I'm Sean Fagan. This is where I was. I was this, I was that. I wasn't where I wanted to be. But hey, I buckled down, had some life experiences, and now look at me. You know what I'm saying? So that raw honesty, that's what drew me the most. Uh, because anybody, I mean, I feel like your platform spoke for itself. Like I checked you out, so I think your platform definitely spoke for itself. So I'm like, okay, well, obviously this guy knows what he's talking about. He's Another thing that drew me to you was you're definitely confident, dude. You're confident in what you do. You're passionate about what you do. It's not just about getting in the ring and knocking somebody out. And even though that's the ultimate goal, if you're training to become a fighter, you want to
Hmm.
win, but you're you were just really passionate about just people benefiting from this overall, whether they step into the ring or not, man. Because at the end of the day, it's about staying healthy. It's about taking care of ourselves. It's about, putting ourselves in the best position possible to establish a life of longevity. That is what drew me to you, like at the core of it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for those kind words. I try to keep it real, I try to keep it
Yeah.
raw and not be too overzealous with like the way I explain things. And yeah, I think it just really comes down to wanting
Mhm.
to teach people Muay Thai, because Muay Thai has taught so much to me about myself and life. And I feel like it could be a really powerful tool
Mhm.
for so many other people. So I'm glad you can relate
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
So what were the first few weeks like
Yeah.
when you signed up for the Fighter's Body? Like how was the training like? How were you able to implement it into your day to day? Give me a little insight on that.
Yeah, oh, it was hard, man. I was just like, whoa, I am not. Let's start with the scorecard. I'll start with the fitness assessment, like, and again, it goes back to that element of just being honest. Like that fitness assessment just let me know, like, Razel, you are not where you thought you were. You are not, where you think you are. So I definitely appreciate that, like that filter going into the challenge, just so you don't bite off more than what you can chew.
Hmm.
You gotta be real with yourself. So the workouts were hard, man, but I love the commit. Like you got the versatility of the workouts. I feel like you definitely like drove the workout as far as cardio, but then at the end of the day, you were still true to the craft. Like, okay, yeah, we're gonna get tired as hell with these burpees, but at the end of the day, I want your technique to be okay. And like with the actual art of
Hmm.
Muay Thai, of that martial art. So I definitely appreciated just having challenging my mind to be like, whew, I'm getting tired, I'm getting winded, all this cardio. Oh yeah, let me do this roundhouse crisp, like my coach is
Hmm.
saying on the TV. So that is my that was my whole approach going into it. Like I was I was really tired, but I knew that this was something that is hard for me, but I knew that it would benefit me. Like I don't know if you remember, I posted a while back in the group, uh, and I said, I appreciate this group because it reminds me to surround myself with the hard thing, surround
Hmm.
myself, immerse myself with what's hard for me to do. Because I just feel like it keeps me at a place of productivity. It keeps me at a place of focus. Um, Always just constantly reminding myself, you're not where you need to be, even though you're not where you used to be, but always striving for like that goal that I have. So the workouts, man, they definitely they put me in a a more humble position. Not that I came in like cocky and like, yeah, I'm an expert, like no, not at all. Not at all. But it reminded me of the reality, like, oh, so I can't do 7 burpees without feeling like I'm about to die. Okay. So that provoked that provoked all the more focus out of me. But no, I loved them, man. The workouts, it definitely made us hone in, on
Hmm.
the areas we needed to improve.
Yeah, it's good that that you speak on the balance of like, yeah, you want to be pushing yourself, but you still want to be focusing on the technique at the same time, because you can just
Right.
get sloppy, and you don't want to have sloppy technique, especially later on in the fight, because you want to be able
Right.
to stay sharp, and that's the whole idea of like start strong, finish stronger, all the cliche shit I say all the time. Uh,
Yeah.
it rings
Yeah.
true though, I try to really like live
No,
by
it
it.
is true. It's a lot of truth. Yeah.
Good. So what have been some of your like favorite aspects of the membership? Like you've been enjoying the workouts, you said you like the community. Is there one thing that sticks out more than the other?
Personally, I love the community. Shout out to the community. Those people are such badasses. Like they inspire me. And it's so funny because I have no idea who they are. I've never met anybody in the group, so except you. Like I'm officially meeting you
Yes.
now over video. But just the human spirit, man, it inspires me. You know what I'm saying? Like um I believe that God put in us a relentlessness, you know what I'm saying? Like to just keep on going. So shout out to the team. Um, but one thing I really did love was I thrive off of just very hands-on learning. I am a writer. I do love to write. So at the end of each week or at the end of each workout, if that evaluation, because I did everything from my phone, you know, so
Mhm.
that evaluation of like, hey, what stood out to you, or what was your time here, or what did you consume this week? And I was just like, oh, good homework, you know,
Mhm.
that is something tangible. Keep me focused. I'm like, yeah, homework. All right, cool. Let me just document everything that I did because I love to document things and like make videos or like write them out or whatever. So that really spoke to that aspect of me that catered to the writer in me, I guess.
Mhm.
But yeah, just the overall, I'll say the overall just involvedness. I don't even know if that's a word, but just how the program is formatted to just be as involved as possible. Because I understand that it's not, you know, doing something virtual, it's not the obviously it's not the same as in person.
Mhm.
But when I tell you that I genuinely, like when I gave you that birthday shout out, I just said, yo, happy birthday, Sean. I just genuinely felt like I knew you because I can tell that it was your goal to be as involved as possible even on a computer screen, you know. And I think you executed that very well. So yeah, that was probably my favorite aspect about it, like just having that homework, but that homework for me it symbolized nah, this guy is really, he really wants to be involved like in our everyday lives and our everyday workouts. So I thought that was really, really dope.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I was a little
Yeah,
hesitant about the
sure.
homework in the beginning because I knew that, like, with like constantly checking in and everything, it could feel a little overwhelming. But I want people to feel accountable and to be able to see their progress and be
Yeah.
able to do that like self reflection, which often goes
Yeah.
overlooked. And so I'm glad
Right.
that that like resonated with you, and I think it resonates with a lot of the members, and I'm glad to
It does.
hear that
Yeah.
because I know that it can feel like some weeks are better than others, right? And when it can be painful
Yeah.
reviewing the last week and be like, oh,
Mhm.
I didn't do as well, but that's the
Yeah,
best room
yeah,
for
for
growth,
sure.
you know? So I'm glad.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what has
Absolutely.
been like where have you felt like the most improvement? Has it been technique? Has it been your fitness, mindset, a combination of it all? Like talk a little bit about that.
I will definitely say my mindset first. Um, I will definitely say my mindset because it's just played out in little things. Like my best friend, her name is Portia. She doesn't, I don't think she knows it, but she's low key my mentor. So she'll
Mm,
say things to me like she would say things to me like, you know, Raizel, you know, don't put this off. Do it now. You know, don't think you're gonna get to it. Like, oh yeah, I'll do my workout later after I do this, and it's like, no, prioritize your workout. So that counseling, along with the fighter's body, it's just been a great shift in my mindset. Um, Over the past year or 2 years or so, I would come home from work and be like, I gotta work out. I gotta do it. I have to prioritize it. Um, Definitely my mindset, but also I think my confidence in being able to execute the craft itself. The roundhouse kick, the teeps, man, the jab, the boxing pyramid. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that. Like
mhm,
it's gotten to a place where I know that if it came down to it, I would be able to throw a solid jab, you know, to especially in the police force, you know, because you as a cop, like I wouldn't want to go for my weapon right away. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to have to throw my hands first. Just as far as the chain of command, as far as the use of force and that whole order and all that. I want to be able to throw my hands, and I feel like my confidence level definitely increased since linking into the fighter's body, like being able to just do the techniques I need to do, execute the combos I need to execute. But again, just my overall knowledge of the craft also just increased all the more. So those two things for sure. And I appreciate that so much, because it just increases my focus. I just
Mhm.
find that me personally, when I'm in an environment where I constantly got to focus on something, it just benefits me the
Yeah, I'm definitely
most.
right there with you. Yeah, I'm definitely right there with you. And yeah,
Yeah.
it speaks a lot to your like dedication to just wanting to better yourself and push yourself. And a lot of people
Hmm.
tend to shy away from it. But anyone who ends up
Hmm.
joining the membership, they're obviously a different breed. And so I can appreciate that very much.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely.
So what are some of your current
Yeah, for
goals with
sure.
like your training? And do you have any specific goals like when it comes to weight or technique, or is it more so you can feel this like type of confidence going into the police force?
Yes, that the latter, to answer your question. Confidence going into the police force, confidence going into the academy, dude. I
Mhm.
have just I'm this person where it's like, I gotta know, like, okay, what's next? What's next? How do I prepare for this? What can I expect from this? And then it's like, I've been blessed to be in touch with a sergeant in the academy who's been kind of like seeing me through in the journey and the hiring process. So she's just been like, just be ready. That's all you can do. So I'm just like, I just gotta be ready. So definitely, definitely that for sure. But um, also just, man, I would say that the most. My confidence going into it. Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah, I mean confidence is everything. Like for me, for fighting, I need confidence, right? And you just get confidence by putting
Yeah.
in the work, by putting in the time, and by pushing yourself. And
Hmm.
I have no doubt you've been doing that. So
Yeah,
a
man.
lot. So the membership is open
I
right
have
now.
I have slacked off. I will say that. Like I've been slacking off, but I know the main thing about consistency is, you know, it doesn't matter how much you fall off, it matters how much you get back up, right? Like
That's what it is. Yeah.
that is another thing I definitely appreciate about like what you've been doing. Like, okay, if you fall off a day, or if you mess up and you eat bad for a few days or a week or so, just the key is to not stop. Key is to get back into it.
Mhm.
That is another thing I think I've learned from the fighter's body. Is just like, yo, there's always room for improvement. So if you mess up, it's just all the more reason to improve, right? For sure, man.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like fights don't go according to plan all the time. You know what I mean? And so do workouts, so does life. And so you gotta roll with the punches and like don't beat yourself
Mm-hmm.
up too much. Otherwise, like one bad
Mm-hmm.
choice can lead to another, and then you just kind of create this like cascade of bad
Mm-hmm.
choices. And so you just gotta try to
Yeah.
stop it when you can and
Yep.
like not beat yourself up, you know. So I'm glad that
Mm-hmm.
that speaks to you too. So
Yeah, for sure.
the membership is like open now, and a lot of people are on the fence about joining. If someone was like uncertain about joining, what type of things would you tell them about the membership to kind of give them a little bit more confidence about trying it out?
I would say, if you want to expose yourself to something new, I would say if you want to expose yourself and just plug yourself into a very, very unique resource. Like there's a lot of people out there that are doing what you're doing, right? I mean, there are a lot of fitness gurus. I mean, especially since the pandemic hit over here, it's just
Oh
been like,
gosh.
everybody's online, in your face, dude. Like, you need to lose 60 pounds and don't, all that, man. So I definitely would say get plugged into a guy who I believe has really found his lane, who has really established himself in this market. Because I see the authenticity in your journey. That's number one, and I think that's very important. I see the authenticity in your journey, therefore it spills over into your product. I think a person who's on the fence, first of all, I tell them, I mean, it's for all you're getting, and so for all the resources that are available. I'm not just talking about workouts. I'm talking about a team full of people who can just, you never know what kind of tips and pointers they can give you, the kind of nutritional guide that you can have. You know what I'm saying? Like, all chances to to win free stuff. Like, I still got my little ball that you sent me in the
Oh
mail.
yeah.
Like, for all that you're getting, I would also just be upfront with them and be like, yo, it's not that expensive. It's a very, very good investment. It's not expensive at all. Um, you know, nothing is too pricey, nothing is too expensive when you're investing in the benefit of yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you're investing in the benefit of others. So I would say it's not pricey to someone who's on the fence, but also expose yourself to something new. This is a very, very unique experience. Um, Not just like saying it from a business aspect, like you won't find this anywhere else online, but I know that your journey is unique. I know that your journey is authentic, and it just spills over into what you do. So, because I mean, you're gonna get in shape. It's freaking Muay Thai. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if you do Muay Thai, you're gonna get in shape. You're gonna sweat. You're gonna lose the weight and all that. But the heart behind it, and the intentionality behind it, that's what I would say get plugged into, for
Well,
sure.
thank you so much. I appreciate the words. I really try to. I remember I got interviewed one time about like when if someone left a conversation with you after they just got to know you, what word would you want them to remember you as? And I want it to be genuine and authentic. And so the fact that
Hmm.
you're saying that, it really
Hmm.
makes me happy, makes my heart sing.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that.
Good. No, it's the truth, man. For sure. It's the truth.
So
Yeah.
thanks so much for spending your Sunday night with me and
Yeah.
just sharing a little bit about
Absolutely.
your
Thanks for having me.
experience. Yeah, of course.
Hmm.
I'm wishing you the best with the police force and everything. Please keep in touch,
Hmm.
one form or another, and let us know
Yeah,
how it goes.
absolutely. I will.
And yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Okay.
Yeah, I will. I will, Sean. God bless. Hey, tell Liz I said hi. Give her a big old hug.